It's three the hard way. With DJ V Dollar, Miss Dime, and Model Citizen J. It's RTJ the Podcast.
Hey, yo, what is good? Don't adjust your phones, your computers, your iPads, whatever electronical device that you use to stream one of the illest shows on the net. But we are in the building. I am your boy DJ B Dollar.
It's the one and only Model Citizen J.
And I am Dime. Hi!
Everybody, spirit fingers. Yo, we are back. We know we've been missing in action for a few weeks, but like we always say, life be life, and sometimes you got to get out here and handle what you got to handle. But rest and believe, we miss y'all. We here. We in the building. We back, man. What's been going on? What's up with everybody? What's been going on in life? You see Miss Dom just getting, more famous. More famous every day. That was the dirt off the shoulders dance she was just doing right now. She real Hollywood now. Real Hollywood nowadays. It's a new hairstyle every other 3 days. So
I've been rocking these same bum ass clothes.
Nah, she lying. She got that kind of switch it up money. She got that switch it up money now, y'all.
Listen,
so
she got y'all thinking she rocking the same braids for over a 2 week show. She back. She fresh. She just changed up every day. She get them done every day.
Look, I'm having a feeling right now that sis right there with the welcome back. Because she's always showing love for Fatima. I don't know if that might be
it's too calm. It's too calm.
It was. I mean, the exclamation point is supposed to symbolize you yelling, but
I don't know. Listen, she might be toned down. She might be toned down a little bit because we live right now. It's early in the show.
I see she's on a weight loss journey and all that, so it could have her a little bit more calm right now.
Okay,
and she will take it.
She eating less meat, more fruits and vegetables, so now she's happy.
Okay, I'll have faith with her.
Because look, they out here finagling everything we eating, and that got everybody turned up. So when you take that out your system, you calm down a little bit more. I think that's what's going on here. So it could be. But if that is you, let us know in the chat right now if it's you for one. Because again, we're saying Facebook user, so we can't see right now. But if it's not, whoever that is, shout your name out so we can show you the proper love and all that. But thanks to everybody that's tapping in right now. What's been going on? Dom, you already know. Ladies first, we're going to start with you, man. What's been going on? It's been, like 2-3 weeks or so. I believe the week that we had our last show, you wasn't there.
And 2-3 weeks, internet land is like a year.
No, I'm lying. You were here for the last show that we did.
Oh, yeah. I definitely was. I wasn't here following.
Right. All right. So okay. So shout out my boy Ralphie. That's my boy Ralphie right there. It's not Fatima. Shout out my bro.
Hi, Ralphie. We appreciate you.
But look, New York's in the building, so we got to give him the proper introduction. It's
Listen, I just want to give a quick shout out to the people on Instagram right now that's tapped in, man. Please do me a favor, slide on over to the YouTube channel, man. RTJ the brand. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Go follow my good brother if you're not following DJ B Dollar. Go follow my sis __ Dominique. All right, she's out here. She's heavy in the streets, man. She's doing numbers. She's doing things. If you need something from Sheen, she got a little account with Sheen. She's doing numbers. So please use her access code. Hook a sister up. Get something fly for your lady. Get something fly for yourself, and keep the universe moving how it's supposed to move, yo.
That's it.
They sell men too. They sell men. They sell children. They sell homeware.
Now look,
I'm not gonna lie. Sheen got me a couple of suits. I ain't gonna fly. I got a couple of suits from Sheen. I got fly. I'm just gonna let it be known.
Look, shout out Sheen. I done got a couple of accessories, but I want to ask you, right? Because you be out there and you up there modeling the clothes and whatnot, right? Because you see how the fashion industry has moved towards the fitted and the in shape and the muscular. But some of the husky dudes, like, do y'all got stuff for us? Because I don't want to order a 3X, but it's not really a 3X now. I mean,
so okay,
it's a 3X fitted. Never heard of 3X fitted before.
So my friends laughed at me when I mentioned this. So they definitely have the like 3X, 4X, and read the reviews because it is Shein, but Shein be Sheening sometimes and they pop out. However, my mom has had no complaints, and my mom, she a thick girl. She a juke joint.
But it's a little different. It's a little different for the thick ladies opposed to the thick men. Pause. So it's a little different.
Not in her case, but we
Look, I told y'all remember that one week when she was in there screaming at her mom like she ain't all up at her address, and now she over there calling her a thick nut for her. Ma, we ain't got nothing to do with this.
That ain't,
this
listen,
is all your daughter.
This is not a y'all situation. This is a her situation. Don't get us beat up.
She was in labor for 29 hours, and this is what you do.
Listen, ever since my mother thought I was supposed to be a boy, our relationship has
been. Yeah, we got another New York native in the building, man.
Yeah.
What up, Jay? Already famous.
Shout out to the Brody J. We definitely got to get him in the mix and get him on the show for sure to tap in on what he got. He got a lot going on.
Listen, he's another brother.
Baby fitness and all that.
If you're on Instagram, please go follow Jay Already Famous.
Facts. My young brother Instagram and TikTok.
Traveling, actor. What else he do? He do a lot. He be in commercials. He's acting. He's a world traveler. He's definitely a hooper, and I'm gonna salute him because he's a wonderful father. Every picture you see him in, he's with his youth. His youth is traveling the world right now with him and stuff like that. So that's a wonderful experience, man. So we're just gonna shout out to Black fathers doing wonderful things.
That's definitely a journeyman right there, for sure. But yeah, on the real, like I want to order something because she ain't be having some designs that be popping, and I want to.
Do you have the energy to read the reviews?
I do sometimes, but then the people I don't know that be seeming like it's bots more than it's real people, and they be lying. They just want me to buy it.
No.
You have
to look at. You have to look at the pictures with the reviews. So I got you. Just send me like what you're interested in. Send me the link of it, and I'll go through it and look at everything for you. But
I know at some point eventually, I got to get in shape. But I'm just saying right now in my lazy stage, I just want something I just.
Listen, do you take your time?
Like the only thing I'm not mad at is I bought a whole bunch. Like I'm big on socks, Jay. We big on the accessory socks and whatnot. And I bought a boatload of socks and only spent like $6. So what I mean,
can't be mad at that.
Right. Now this is before you became official campus. What do you call it? A Shein campus bae. That's what you say.
Wait, do it again.
I'm an official Shein campus bae.
Listen, New York is heavy in the building. Miss Green is out here, yo.
Hey, this is my cousin because we got the same last name. This is my cousin.
Oh wait, we got to give sister proper. Yeah,
we related. That's that.
Green's in the building.
But yeah, that's mad funny because I watched the video back. I said, "What the fuck was wrong with me?" I was like,
"You was hype.
All right. You gotta relax, Miss Green. Queens is in the building. Queens is heavy.
Queens heavy.
It's quite intense.
Shout out to Brooklyn and all that, but you know what I mean?
Right.
We'll call it the BQE right now because you cool like that, sis.
Right. Keep it quiet.
No, other than that, I've been chilling.
Word. Happy Biggie Day.
Word.
I've been working. So as I don't know if y'all knew, but I was at my job through a third party. But I was still, working at a school. And the school itself offered me a full-time position.
Ooh.
Like, even though I was full-time, they offered me so now I can officially cover more than one class. Like, so if the teachers pull out, I can teach the full lessons.
So you a sub now? So now we getting sub pay?
Yes,
I'm a sub. Let's go.
I'm a sub/TA. So yeah. So
that's what's up.
Let's go, sis.
I have been getting more paid campaigns because some of them were just sending me the product and I would review it.
Send me the check.
And that was okay too because that helps me on the app that TikTok set me up with. It helps me no matter what I do, no matter what brand deals whatever. They see it. So it's like, all right, the paid ones is gonna want me, so that works. And I got, I think, 4 paid ones back to back. So I'm hype about that. A lot of them, no, 2 or 3 of them are like known. I actually like did my research and things like that. I actually sent one to my girlfriend. She said she actually used to use their products. So I'm hype about that. But yeah, those are just like the little things that's been, social media has been, it's been good to me.
She said the little thing. She said the little thing.
Little things
money from every which way.
Yo,
we're out here saying you need 2 streams of income. She got 6. What is just the little things?
God did. She out here working, and she knows that she didn't even break the tip of the iceberg yet. So she's like, the little things that's stepping up right now.
I'm trying.
God got big blessings for me.
I'm
got
trying
big blessings.
Now you pray for times like this, shine like this. That's it.
You going.
Because I didn't see myself as a like content creator. I saw myself, I wanted to be in, in the acting and things like that. So I guess
it's still gonna happen.
I'll make my way there, but I'm really trying to take this content stuff.
You just gotta open up a couple more.
You wanna know how to
open up a couple of more doors before you get to the acting
video.
doors. That's all.
I'm trying to be like that. Yeah,
you wanna know? Y'all wanna know how lit it is for Dom right now? And how we know she's really about to make it and go far, right? So I texted her the other day, and I was like, yo, I need you for something, right? And then she was like, what's up, right? So then I broke it down what I need her for, and, right, it said red, right? And then she hit me with the bubbles that pop up when somebody's typing back.
Bubbles? Oh, you saw the bubbles?
Right. So the thinking bubble popped up like 4, 5, 6, 7 times, and no words came after that. So I said, "Oh,
I was at work.
I'm the little niggas now."
She tried to hit you with. She hit you with the media reply. She was going to hit you with the media reply.
Right.
No,
and then,
I was at work, and like I said, I am no longer just in one position where I could just be on my phone all day.
You hear this, right? You hear this, right?
Right.
Yeah. What was a full-on emergency?
All I'm saying, this is giving me flashbacks. This is giving me flashbacks to Fatima having to sleep in the dungeon.
This is giving me Fatima vibes right now, and I know what's going on. But I ain't even finished. The rest of the story, right? So after the bubbles come, she hit me with the LOL. Not even I got you. Cool. She hit me with the LOL, right? So the LOL had me in the whip like.
I laughed at what I saw, and then when I heard your message, I listened.
We about to start this already.
Come on now.
We about to start this already.
Come on down.
I just want to say,
coming out.
Yo, y'all can't control no buttons on my side. So
look. But anyway, let me finish though. She hit me with the LOL. So I'm looking at the phone like, well, what the fuck is so funny? I'm dead ass. I need your help, right? So then she hit me with the, all right, cool, right? So then she hit me back later, yo, all right, we could probably do it. I got some other shit I need to do, but I'm going to get to it, right? And then I didn't even listen to the song that you sent me, but I'm going to get to it when I get to it because I got to do the content for the other thing with the other thing on top of the other thing. Right. And then if I got a little bit of room, then I'm going to go and do that for you, acting like she don't have yet. Then she acting like she ain't got another anniversary on the way where she's gonna be like, "Yo, I'm gonna be out of town. I'm going over to deep sea dive in Germany at some point." But it's cool though. I'm happy for the great things that are happening in your life.
Let me explain myself real quick because this is how we get sidetracked about the real important issues at hand.
Okay, go ahead. Speak.
Order in the court. Order in the court.
I'm sick of your shit.
Look. Told her to let me know. Do I need to cut it now? What's up? She told me I ain't got nothing to do with that. Now she's trying to attack me now.
She said, "Nah, you good."
I'm being attacked. Anyway, what happened was, like I said, I at work, not my content work, my job.
You hear the aggressiveness in the voice?
No, stop. But so I laughed because I saw the song, like not the song, I saw the person. So I thought it was going to be something funny because I didn't get a chance to listen to his message till I fully got in the house. And that's when I responded to you. So once I saw what you were trying to do and the message behind it, I'm like, oh, it's no longer funny. That's when I changed my ha-ha to an exclamation. didn't say, "Oh, I didn't listen to it right now." I never heard the song.
Dom, can I ask you a
that's
question?
what I said. No, I didn't.
You know,
I never heard it.
Dom, you're a content creator, right?
Well, here you go.
So how long did it take you to create that content right there to come up with that story?
That was, in this case right here, she's the defense, right? And I'm the plaintiff.
Yeah, I'm trying to switch my camera off. I can't even do it.
Do I have that correct right now? I'd be the plaintiff, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You are the plaintiff, she's the defendant.
So my cross-examination to this witness, this irate, can I treat her as hostile, Your Honor? So right now, she's going to say, I didn't hear the song. But I also recall during the initial message, I said, yo, I remember I had asked you this a while ago to do this in the past, but we never got around to it. So that goes to show she ain't even listened to it back then in the beginning. That's crazy.
No, because once again,
I'm going to sip my water for Tennis tea.
I'm saying.
You see the hand motion?
All right. Once again.
That's aggressive. That's aggressive. I'm just saying.
Once again, I'm saying I did not listen to, not saying like, oh, I'm not listening to that. It's like I didn't hear it. I didn't get a chance to press play. However,
how much music you listen to today?
However, I listened to a whole not a whole album, but I was listening to stuff because I also had stuff to do. I play music in my classroom. However, I was basically saying I didn't get to it yet, but you saying that you sent it to me. Once I play it, I'm sure it's gonna recollect my brain.
Listen,
how long ago was that?
Gonna recollect the brain.
I believe her.
I don't know.
How long ago? How long ago was that you asked me to do this? That was a minute ago. You know how many things come across my phone? Like my friends text me stupid crap memes and stuff all day.
Lord have mercy.
No, not like that. I'm just saying I check emails for spam folders.
I don't know about look, Jay. I don't know about you, but I'm starting to now understand what it is like to be in a relationship with Miss Dom. There is no ownership and accountability
the more
on her part.
The more Dom tells us a story, the more I feel empathetic for Fatima. That's all I'm saying.
I understand. I'm feeling empathetic for Quana now because what's going on behind these doors. I'm afraid for her. We used to ask Dom Blink if she in trouble. We've been asking that to the wrong person.
I'm about to call my girlfriend so she can defend me.
Yes, get her on the line right now because we need to know if she's okay.
You know, she can't even blink 2 times if she's all right, so we don't even know.
If I was her, I want to stay at work also.
Babe, they're attacking me.
Why are you saying that? No, we are not.
No, she says she sees. She's watching it.
We are on your side.
We are on your side 110%.
Quana, look, Quana, I know this is your lady love, but you got to tell me right now, am I wrong for what I'm saying?
I am always going to take her side. I will not.
Listen, she is smart because she doesn't want to wake up to the frying pan.
That was a smart answer.
No, that's the right answer.
Look, yes. I think it's safe to say this week, Quana made it off the hot seat.
Yeah. Quana, we forgive you for everything that we said. We was misaligned, we was misinformed, and delusional. We are sorry.
I get it.
Thank you. I am with my grandmother. I'm going to continue watching. She asked me why is my phone up so loud, so y'all need to, tame it down.
Oh, she was grandmama.
Sorry, Grammy.
Sorry, Grandma.
Sorry, I apologize. Mm-hmm. All right.
She said y'all need to tone it down.
She said, "Why is your phone so loud?"
Man,
look, come up in there.
How you doing, Jay?
Oh
no, I don't even care. But you was tag team. No, I don't even care.
Nah, I get it. You know what? Let me do this right now. Look, Dom, we apologize. It is Women's History Month, and we are attacking you right now. So I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Right. I should have never even sent the message because I should have been giving you extra work to do during your month of celebration. I think that's where I went wrong. I'm sorry.
We apologize.
I apologize.
Thank you. You know it's hot out here,
right? Because we got.
I know that I.
Yo. I saw the whole video to that clip.
Saw it?
You finally saw it?
Wait, the funny part is I seen a little clip that people been running with, but I never saw the whole interview. When I saw the whole interview, I was like, oh, okay. That's kind of gangster. I said, yeah, they got we going somewhere special using that sound clip.
Right. Yo,
we in trouble.
Nah, that's fine. But yeah, Jay, what's been going on with you, Jay? What's going on?
Yo, yeah, I've been chilling, man.
We done got her drinking now.
We done got to take a sip now. We sorry, Down.
This is Hogria.
Not sangria.
Not sangria, but Hogria. But yeah, I've been chilling, man. A few weeks ago, I went to DC to go check my young boy, see how he living out there, on that HBCU campus. I'm proud to say that my son is doing his thing out there, y'all.
That's great.
I'm super happy. He's super comfortable in his skin. He showed me around campus, showed me around town. I felt like, he was my tour guide, man. We had a lot of fun, did a lot of things. We was cool, man. Just happy to see, when you see your child being a little kid and you see them grow, mature, and now he's a young man doing his thing. So that's a beautiful moment right there. I was
just to see him in that element of an HBCU, like
right.
Did you not want to just sing like this is for the niggas, straight through for the niggas? Like I want to sing that.
I'm not going to shout out to the other college that he was thinking about going to because F them, they didn't want to give my son enough money so he could attend that school because he did want to go. I can be proud to say Howard wasn't his first choice, but when he told me he was going to Howard and I asked him, yo, how did it feel when you stepped on campus? He was like, yo, Dad, it felt like I was at home. He said, I felt good. He was like, it's a feeling that I can't describe just seeing all the faces that look like me. He was like, you know me, I grew up in New York. I could fit in anywhere. It takes me time to adapt. But he was like, it was just something about when I stepped on that campus, I didn't feel like I had to adapt. I felt like I was already home. I was with my peoples. So special shout out to my young boy, man, doing wonderful things. I'm gonna wait till we jump into show and love to, brag about him a little bit more, touch on what he's doing. Other than that, though, I've been in the lab, I've been chefing up some things. If y'all know me, I like to create things. I'm a creator. Shout out to the people who've been hitting me up lately. I've been kind of busy doing my graphic design thing, making logos for people. So honestly, I want to say right now, I done completed so far maybe 75 logos for people. All right. So, and I don't promote none of this stuff. I don't go out there, try to highlight, I do designs because I'll be honest with you. I like doing designs, but sometimes doing logos for people is kind of difficult because their vision, what they want, and what I can actually do or what I'm going to make look good doesn't always match up. And they're like, oh, can you do this? And I'm like, nah, it's not going to look right. So all the work I've been getting has been through word of mouth. So I appreciate everybody who's telling people like, yo, go holler at my boy. He got you covered. He got you set up. He'll lace you up something dope. So I appreciate everybody who's been bragging about me, talking about me, bigging me up, letting people know I do what I do. Last but not least, I got and Dom, I'm gonna have to send you some body butter and stuff like that. So I've been making some body butter, some beard balm, some
yes sir
pomade and stuff like that. I got hand sanitizer, hair beard balm and stuff like that. So the fellas with the beard.
You trying to say?
Wow. No, for $B.
Wow.
Stop
that. Women's History Month. I am being called a man.
No, not at all. I'm sending you body butter. Stop it. And I got some hair pomade for you and stuff like that. Get the edges laid down flat.
I can put that in my beard too.
She said it, not us.
It be your own people. Not us. It be your own people's.
Let me know.
But now, Essence of Wellness is about to drop, man. Everything is all natural, totally organic, man. I'm not gonna give you anything that's gonna contaminate your body. Stop using these lotions and chemicals that's not gonna do anything but put harmful chemicals in your body, man. Everything is either cocoa butter, shea butter, coconut oil, and some jojoba oil. Now they will have different smells to it and stuff like that. So I have the lavender smell, I have the lemongrass smell. I'm gonna hook y'all up.
Yes, you can use it for the hands.
You can use it for the hands.
Like, because he said the other lotions, I'm like, I'm not supposed to use those on my hands. This ain't good for the hands.
Yo, to be honest with you, if you look at the chemicals on the back of that, see, I got a golden rule. If you can't pronounce it, you shouldn't be using it.
Vitamin E, aloe, shea, and cocoa butter, and hyaluronic acid.
See, I don't even know what that hyaluronic acid was.
That's in everything. They advertise that crap on TV. That's in Neutrogena.
Yeah, I don't trust big pharmaceutical companies. They make me a little bit leery sometimes. But trust me.
It's the part where you ask, is it supposed to burn? Yeah, that means it's working.
Yeah, that means it's working.
Hole in your face.
But now I got the hookup for y'all, man. It's called Essence of Wellness, man. I'm just trying to provide something wonderful for the people in the community, for your skin, for your body. Make sure you look good, you glow good, you feel good, and life will be good. So that's what I've been working on the past few weeks. Just chefing things up.
That's great.
That's what's up. You guys sound very busy. You guys sound extremely busy.
What's going on with you, sir?
Well, you know me. We was in the process of moving. So that had us stressed out a little bit. Had some things in the works where, just like Dom that 1 week, I'm not ready to announce just yet because still waiting on a couple of things to be finalized, but I feel real good that a much needed victory that I've been waiting for is about to cross that finish line. So hopefully I get to share that with y'all in the next few days. So I'm very, very excited about that, and especially where that could potentially lead to, amongst other things that are going on. But that's the biggest thing right now. Get myself together, get that situated so we can get out here and do that work that we're supposed to be doing. I've definitely been back to my writing. Had a couple of poems that I've been doing no matter what time of the night it is. If something pops in my head and it's feel creative, I jump up, I'm jotting it down. You'll start to see me piece together those poems in video form so I can share that with y'all as well. I did do one a couple of weeks ago that I was getting some great reviews about. And I also just need people to start following the content I put up there because we're trying to hit 1,000 on TikTok so I can bring the live mixes to the TikTok family and show you how B Dollar really gets down. Because I'm seeing a couple of these DJs up here, and I never knock nobody. Everybody got their thing, but there be some of them that be touching on the R&B specifically, and I'm like, nah, that's my lane right there. I need to get live on this so I can really, have everybody talking about, the next few months, we might be having a little something. That's what I do. I coined myself king of R&B. I'm sticking to that. That's my story.
We gotta let them know that
nothing else.
That the name DJ B Dollar is not a name. We really live by it.
Oh, it's not a name. It really goes down.
Like, we stand on that. We stamp that.
That part.
Yeah, it really goes down. But other than that, man, the family as well. Can't complain there. The kids is growing up fast. They're still crazy as hell. I'm pretty sure I got a boatload of stories I can start sharing with y'all. Just so y'all can still remember the fact that I can't make this shit up. This is what really goes on in my house. That we've had people say, how come y'all don't have a family YouTube page yet? And I know Dom can speak to that as well. It takes a lot of time trying to put content together and edit stuff and do all this other stuff that I ain't really got the time to be doing that just now. But I can tell you right now, if I was putting the content up raw without editing, y'all be like, nah, they had to plan that because that's not real. But I love them. That's my squad. Wouldn't change them for the world. But other than that, we good, man. We good. We highly blessed, highly favored. Team. You heard from the team how things is moving. So, if it's happening for them, I know it's going to make its way. It's going to spin the block. So we here to just celebrate everybody.
Blessings don't stop at one person on the team. Blessings flow to everybody.
Facts. So, I mean, that's the perfect segue to lead right into showing love. Jay, I know you wanted to jump right in and keep it going with your young king and the big things she's got going on in Howard. So I guess we can start there. But it is Ladies Month.
It is Ladies Month, man. Women's first.
Down, we leave the floor with you. We'll leave it up to you to say if you want Jay to go first. But other than that, this is your world right now.
Now Down got this.
About me.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I give a damn.
Only on Wednesday and Thursday. We gotta make sure you come in and then make sure you here. Other than that, you do whatever the hell you want to do.
Now I definitely want to show some love to, first of all, myself. Because Lord no, and I'm still in school, so that's got me in a headlock real bad. I want to show some love to Damari's Treats with a Purpose. That is a dessert company. It's a mom and a son. So the company's named after her son, and they make some bomb ass banana pudding. Y'all have seen me advertise it on Instagram most likely. Mm-hmm. And they do cakes, they do tiramisu, they do butterscotch. Like, it's so many desserts, and it come in like a nice little mason jar, and it's only $8, and it's bomb as hell. She always sells out every time she puts out the menu. Also, I want to show some love to the Bougie Express. They are she is about to restock, and I think about another 19 days. So y'all can go check out the Bougie Express on Instagram, she has been putting up some content to let you know the things that will be coming once she drops her restock. And the website is back open again. So bougiexpress.com.
And springtime's coming.
Yes.
Springtime's
coming. Yeah, y'all need it
around the corner, so it's time to get live. It's time to
listen, ladies. Start early. I know you looking for your bed. You better start now. You heard Dom. Go to the page. Hit up the links. Do what you got to do. Get everything that you need, top to bottom.
Yes, actually, go on my Instagram. Hit that Shein link. Shein got some ladies. I know you're about to be on a vacation, spring break and stuff coming up. Get yourself some cute little bathing suits for an affordable price, and
don't go to Mexico.
Yeah, you know how panicked I was because I just came from. Look, I still got the tan marks. Like. Listen.
I no longer feel bad to say that I've never been to Mexico yet. I don't feel bad no more.
Like they wildin'.
I mean,
I don't even want to go any.
I'm be real with you. In the World Cup, I root for Mexico. I rock with Mexico.
That's cool.
You know,
you can rock with them from Greensboro.
Yeah, that's why I am. I'm doing it from the borough.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I ain't gonna cross the border. This ain't Martin and Blue Streak.
Right.
You ain't gonna hit me yelling out crossing the border. No.
Yeah, it ain't that.
Dollar, who you showing love to?
This week I want to actually, and it's probably here in the next room, but I want to honestly show love to the wife this week. Now we know we've gradually gone around the room at times and we've expressed love to our significant others in the past, but again, I want to emphasize the importance of having a good life partner. When you're choosing somebody, make sure you are choosing the person for the right reasons. The look is great. Everything on the outside is great. But if everything on the inside is jacked, you're leading for a destination of turmoil.
It's going to look like the back of my neck. And
right. Well, whatever that looked like. And if she said it, then I'm pretty sure it's probably jacked up. But nonetheless, though, you're going to go through hoops. You're going to go through hurdles. You're going to go through a lot of things in life. And you want to make sure that you have that sense of peace, outside of all the craziness that's going to go on the outside. Right. And, for some of the situations that I've been going through the last, maybe year or so, it's important to still have that constant reminder of it's going to turn around. It's going to be all right. It's going to work it out. I'm going to pray for you. We're going to pray together. We're going to do it. Just giving you everything that's trying to uplift more so than kind of beat down when it's already being noticed that there's enough beating them and weighing them down already. I don't need to add on that. I need to do the opposite of that to help him build up and get out of that funk. So as things, gradually start to make that turn, it's always that reassurance that it was because she was still helping me through that. Like I wasn't just trying to walk her through. She was right. She's also pulling me along that. So I just want to shout her out for the big impact she's had, even if I'm not always showing it, because I'm poker face all day. I can be the happiest I'm happy and I'm still going to be like, but nonetheless, just know everything that she's pouring into me is much appreciated. And like I said, when these days turn around, the biggest thing for me is to be able to kind of give back everything that she's been doing for me in that time span. So shout out to her for being that support, that crutch, that shoulder, that everything. It's Women's Month, so shout out to you for that again. But yeah, that's where my love is going. To Mrs. Smith, she's in the other room, probably with the kids. So, that's the great thing right there.
I had to drop a bomb to that one right there. Shout out to the Missus, man.
Yeah, man.
I love that.
That's right.
Well, I'm going to keep it rolling. Y'all already know I'm showing my young boy some love out there, man. Listen, my young king out there doing a lot of wonderful things out there in Howard University, man. Like I told y'all before, he started a podcast with his homies and stuff like that. Please go over to the YouTube channel, Accidental Sports Washing. These kids is funny, they hilarious, and they actually know what they're talking about when it comes to sports. You will be entertained, you will get some information, and they be having like little funny draft picks and stuff, like the top 5 female athletes that they think is dope out there and stuff like that. They have another one like the trash people who think they trash players and stuff like that, but it's comical because they do funny, silly stuff. Please tap in and go watch their YouTube channel, man. They need it. Let's run up them numbers.
I love that.
I'm gonna put them on the spot. I'm gonna put you on the spot real quick. Make sure shout out the website for the article because I did catch one of his blog posts.
I was just about to drop that.
It was a dope read. Yeah.
So he's he's right now. He's in school to become a sports journalist. Since my son could walk, he was over there talking about sports, and I mean every sport, not just the typical ones: basketball, baseball, and football. My son is probably the biggest soccer fan I ever met in my life. This kid knows more about soccer than almost anything in the world, Joe. But like I said, he is a sports journalist. That's his major in school right now. So he does have a site right now where he posts his writing at least about once, twice a week. It's called doubleplaydre.medium.com. Please. I need my boy got to get to 100 because once he gets to 100 followers, he starts getting paid for his writings. I need my young boy to get paid because he's asking me for money too damn much. All right. But now, all jokes aside, though, his pen game is kind of serious. He's dope with it. He's serious about his craft. That's what he loves to do. So please, when y'all get the chance, doubleplaydre.medium.com. Check out his articles, man. He's interesting. It's thorough. Not only is it about sports, he also writes about his hip hop artists and stuff like that. Underground artists, not the ones that you hear on TV or the radio all the time. The ones that are up and coming. He got boots to the concrete. You know what I'm saying? He's out there doing his due diligence. So please do me a favor. Run those numbers up for the young king, man. Black excellence. Howard University. That's what they say. So I got to run with it.
You know.
Thank you, Don, because I be talking about messing it up.
Well, look, Jay, I got the perfect answer for you. In reference to you saying he's asking you for money too damn much. Just send him on down there to Auntie Dime because she's the one that got the 6 different checks coming in, and there you go.
That's it.
That fixes that.
I'm gonna tell him, listen, start tagging Dime in all your posts and say
we gotta catch her now because she don't have any kids. I don't think she sees anything in the near future. So we gotta get her now.
Listen, and a quick shout
out.
Did
you see that? Wait a second. Yeah.
Why you have my face?
Because I make the statement of saying no kids, no time soon, and you made the face like.
What I made the face like? I can't see because you in my face.
I'm just saying you made the face like, you know what I mean? Like you was about to drop an exclusive or something. I don't know.
Oh,
word. Gosh. You got bars for us?
Because remember, I got the video. What you saying? Look at I can't have nothing messing up my figure. You remember the video with the skit we did? That's what I would think the reaction would have been like. But you was real silent just now when I said that. So I'm just like, you trying to tell us something? I don't know. Just make sure you all right.
Well, I don't know if you know, but for me, it can't. My situation, we can't just go down the street and say, "Oh,
well, actually, you can. It's 2023. Listen. You can absolutely do that now.
I mean, we can't physically. It's going to be giving doll babies if we try to conceive.
You go right over to the Bronx.
We'll be having Brett's babies if we try to conceive with one another. So it's a little bit more of a journey. I'm just saying. We're here for you. The best way we can. This is where you can tell it. We family here. We accept everything, almost everything. Well, almost everything. I don't want to get too crazy. But yeah, that was us showing love this week. Miss Dime, it's been a long time. The world's batshit crazy. We all know that. And sometimes we just need something to bring us level, bring us back in. It is Women's Month. You women are very important. I know y'all know how important y'all are, but sometimes I don't think y'all know that we know that y'all know that we need to know that y'all know how important you women are. So right now there's somebody out there right now that needs your guidance, okay? And it go a little something.
If you love me, say it. If you trust me, do it. If you want me, show it. If you need me, prove it. 'Cause I told you I'm a lady, and you don't disrespect no lady.
Yeah, it's been a while. I guess, in honor of Women's History Month specifically, ladies, don't settle. We're not settling. Like, I get it. If some women have the mentality of not, like, being able to mess with a guy and not getting nothing. out of them, like they just there for that moment. But so I need some women to have some type of, some type of shame, have some type of, decorum. Like, don't just go picking up Billy Bob off the street and he got holes in his socks and he ain't never got no money. Like,
he never got no money.
Like, don't settle. If a dude never taking you out, it's like, because like I said, some women can't mess with a dude without wanting all of that. But I still feel like you need to have some sort of, like, don't just allow anything. You need to have some type of standard. But for the women that do want that, you should not still be with a guy or a girl that's never trying to do nothing for you, never trying to take you anywhere. Because 9 times out of 10, you're going to just be giving. And it's especially during this month. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. We're not letting that go down. Also, communication is key. Men are not mind readers. If you do not say what the issue is, all of that I'm fine crap, or it's okay, or it's good, it's not. Say what's on your mind. Let him know. And if he's not trying to get with it or understand, like pick up what you putting down, you got to go. Because that ain't going to be the first time. I give you two max. I'm not repeating myself more than twice because you hurt me the first 2 times.
Huh? What'd you say?
See? See? But no, communicate, and guys, don't be dismissive. Don't police her feelings. And vice versa. I understand, it's Women's History Month, but men need to be heard too. Don't just ignore him. Everything's not about you and your wants and your needs. Y'all are a team. Be equal. That's that. Mm-hmm. But y'all both need to be on the same page. Don't think like, oh, you want him bringing in all the income and all of this and the third, and you sitting on the couch every day in the same spot where he left you when he went to go and collect the check. Get up.
But it could be a reason why he left you right there on that spot on that couch. Sometimes,
you might put it down on his ass.
What I meant.
You might lay it down on it.
Need the ragu.
You know what I meant.
Looking like you got Bambi legs and stuff. Looking like a newborn doe.
This is beautiful. What is that, velvet?
Please.
Nah, we thank you for that, Dom. Yeah, as we know, communication is key. Even like I said, what I spoke about. What I mean? If I'm going through something, there's nothing that my significant other can help me with if she don't know what's going on, and then vice versa. So that's definitely key. So thank you for that.
Yeah. I overcommunicate sometimes. It's bad. Like
no. There's no such thing. I'm not gonna lie. I learned this in therapy. There's no such thing as over communication. Right. No such thing, because all you're doing
I'm learning that now.
You're expressing yourself, you're letting yourself be known, and you're not putting your feelings secondary for somebody else. As long as you express yourself and you communicate yourself in a respectful way, in a respectful manner, you're not trying to cause any detriment to the relationship, but help it grow. Right. Communicate, keep sharing everything.
And that's another thing. Everything the other person says should not have to result in an argument. Just because I said something to you doesn't mean it have to turn into a fight.
You don't have understand how Don was saying with communication. When your partner, when your significant other is talking to you, right, and they breaking it down to you, and they talking from love, from the heart. Don't get defensive. They're not attacking you. They're just expressing something because they want you to change, or they want the situation to change. They need something. They're just expressing themselves in a respectful manner. Don't get upset like they're attacking you. Come from a place of understanding. Try to put yourself in their shoes for a couple moments to understand, how you can make it better. That's all.
Which brings me back to my next point, that when I text Miss Dom to do me a favor and I'm communicating. Oh man, nah, definitely, yo. But I want to get us right into. Well, we've been well into the show already. But get us into tonight's conversation. I feel this is very important, especially in this day and time. This is something that we've discussed on this platform on many occasions, and we've spoke to the different levels to it. But I think it's really, really relevant in this moment right now, just recently with 2 specific incidents that just happened. And again, I just wanted to double back on this conversation to speak to the importance of why we need to get out here and really, as the new era of the elders or the new adult figures right now in this stage in our lives, how important it is for us to get out there and do what it is that we may feel at times didn't happen for us, or wherever that gap was in between us and now. We need to bridge that gap and draw us a little bit closer. So tonight I'm speaking in reference to the importance of really connecting with our future. We are leading into the times where the crop and the era of group of kids now will be the leaders of tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Are we feeling like we are doing our due diligence to set them up for success as they get ready to take over? Because at this point in time, they are well far and further along than we ever was at the age that they are right now, middle school, high school. Know a lot more, even though we get on them, but we can't hate, man. They know a lot more, a lot advanced, way more than certain things that we are. They are in the technology era, full blast, full speed ahead.
These kids be coding and don't even realize they coding.
Right. So there's a lot of things.
We was coding back in the day with MySpace and we didn't even fucking know it.
Right, right. I don't know who this was. State your name in the room. Going for a minute. We can't see it. Says Facebook user, so I'm not sure. But whoever that is, shout out to you. But yeah, they are waves ahead than we were. I said we had the street smarts. They got the book smarts, the technology smarts. So they got us beat, even though they cut corners and shit like that. All right, that's it. Fatima's in the building. What's up, sis?
OD. No, literally light years ahead. Like, it's crazy.
So the reason why I wanted to bring this up, obviously me and Jay being parents ourselves, Dom, you work with the kids. Jay, you work with the kids.
Recently, you work with the kids.
I work with the kids. Recently, we had two incidences that stood out to me. So if you've been following the story, maybe not. Ja Morant, if you don't know who that is, he is a professional basketball player. He plays for the Memphis Grizzlies. One of the many faces of the NBA, star player. Recently just had a Instagram live video circulate where it went viral, where he was at a club and he's partying with his crew and he flashes a handgun on his live. At that point, for anybody that knows what goes into a contract with the NBA, you are the face of their company, their business. So wherever you go, you are representing the NBA. Just like, you cannot walk outside in your job uniform with the label of your company right there on your shirt, but you out there doing some nonsense because that reflects on them. So nonetheless, he was in the video.
He's in his early 20s.
Early 20s, yeah. So nonetheless, he was in the video. He's flashing a handgun. He's had a couple of other incidences that's been circulating about him character-wise and some of the things that he's been doing off the court. This was kind of like the tip of the iceberg. So he was asked to remove himself from the team. So it started off with he would miss the next 2 games. And now it has trickled to it'll be an indefinite. We don't know. It can be any times table to where he's at. He's come out. He's put out a message that he's acknowledging that he's owning up to what he did wrong, the importance of what he did, and how he needs to get better. Second incident that popped up, what many probably don't know, was a football player by the name of Jalen Carter. He was a star at Georgia University, football star. Right now, the NFL draft is about to begin, and he was involved in a car accident where it killed 2 other people. One was his teammate, another one was the scout for the team, and they were drag racing. There was alcohol involved. There was an accident that caused them to get killed. Ultimately, he fled the scene, and then when they did double back and find out that he was there, he did not give the entire detail of what actually happened, so he lied. Nonetheless, after the investigation had went through, some time has gone by, as he is now set to be one of the high draft picks in the NFL. He was arrested. Now they got a little bit more detail to find out how much more he was involved. So now it begs the question of, do these NFL teams that were interested in his services for their team, they now fall back and say, do we still go ahead with it? Because, it may not be jail time that he faces for what happened, but nonetheless, is this the type of character that we're going to be dealing with? Is this a one-time thing? Was it just an accident, one bad decision that he made that could ultimately change the remainder of his life? Because you're one day about to make millions, maybe change your family's lives, and in the next, now all of a sudden you could be facing either jail time or however it plays out where you could be messing it up. So They both were driving. He was in one car. The two that passed away was in another car. There was an accident between those cars, and then that's ultimately how that happened. So I posed the question of the importance of when do we, as the new era of elders, older, whatever the case may be, feel that it's time for us to now step in, stop allowing them to try to figure it out for themselves, and really guide them? Because one decision can change your entire life. While you think you're out there having a ball, drag racing, in the club, fashion a weapon, 24 hours later, your whole life is going to change.
Yep.
So who's out there giving the message to these kids of the importance of how you carry yourself, what you're doing, how they look at you, and the importance of really just moving in the right way? And moving in the right way doesn't make you less of a, less down, less cool. Like, so, where do we step in and say, when is the time for us to really handle this now?
We should have been, the men in those two young men's lives should have been stepped in. Okay. Parents, and I'm gonna speak to the parents. Be parents. Don't be your kid's friend. Now, you could be cool with your child. You can have fun. You could bug out. Because I remember my mother growing up, we had a bunch of fun together. We bugging out. We doing a lot of things, but I knew what line not to cross.
It was a boundary, yeah.
Yeah, I think too many parents now, they blur the line, and kids don't know when to be a child, and that's your parent, because parents want to be cool. Just the same way kids are on their phone trying to do, making videos and stuff like that. Parents make videos just as well and tell their kids, wait, go somewhere. I'm making a video. Or they try to pacify the kid and give their kid the phone and say, here, monitor the phone, watch the phone. And now your phone and YouTube channels are raising your kid. All right. And then unfortunately, you have kids who, and it breaks my heart. You got kids who come from good upbringing, but what they see on the internet, they see outside looks cool. They think being outside is great.
So that's what I was gonna say, and I think that was Fatima that wrote. Jai seems like he's looking for street cred. I seen it was a meme, and they used the lyrics from 8 Mile.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
how he fronting like he come from this certain life, and it's like he comes from a good family. He both of his parents are still together. He went to a freaking private school. Like, you're not one of those kids that had to suffer. So why choose to make it seem like you did that, and now you getting in more trouble than the kids that actually struggled?
And
like,
that's the crazy part.
What are you doing?
If you ever notice, somebody who really grew up outside, when they get a particular age, they don't do the outside stuff no more, because they know what position they were in at that particular moment when they had to do certain things.
Yeah, you got some dumb outs that really still continue because they just fried in the brain.
Right.
It may or may not, because some people do still have positive role models in their lives and things like that. Dead ass. But yeah, like some parents, some kids or people do have like good parents, and they still choose to try to be like that, or there's people that really don't have nobody there, and as they make a choice, they be like, this is the hand I was dealt, I'm already this far in, fuck it. And then you have ones that's like, nah, I don't want to, because I was just saying this to somebody the other day. It's not like as intense as like the whole gun and everything, but I just look at certain people I grew up with, and I'm like, we all have the same opportunities. We all came from the same place. And I'm looking at people, I'm like, how are you really doing booger sugar at parties, or you popping pills, or like you like it's just certain things, and I'm like, how? Like, we all might have not came from a 2-parent household, but I feel like at a certain point, you determine, like, you have to make that choice for yourself. Like, I don't want to be like where I came from.
Right.
I don't want to be the only parent, the single parent in the home. I know sometimes we can't control that, but it's like, I'm not going to allow myself to, like, some girls that I know have seen their mothers go through men, and struggle. And it's like, they're putting themselves in that same predicament. It's like, you literally see your mother do it. Like, at what point was you going to say, I don't want that to happen to me? I'm not about to be like my mom. So I'm not about to be like my father. Like, it's just like, you have to make the decision when it comes to that. And for the people that did come from a good upbringing, why? Like, what? Since when was it cool to be like stupid and dumb out?
And I think it's also important too, where we specify here on the show where we're like, we need to control the narrative of what goes on in the Black community or the Black household, right? Because we've allowed media, we've allowed, in certain instances, the school system to label and tell our story for us, right? And then they put into your mind, this is what's going on in this area. This is what goes on in this particular environment. Mm-hmm. And it comes to a point where you heard it so much that now we get to a point where it's normalized. So if you're always going to label us gangster, street guys, we got to act this way, we got to look this way, then that's us. So now we have it that this is us. So if we try to do anything outside of that, why are you trying to be white?
It's frowned upon.
Why are you sounding white? Why are you
man.
Right? It's so crazy how doing the right thing is the wrong thing, and doing the wrong thing is the right thing to some people, which makes no sense.
People need to understand too, like you said, you mentioned earlier, when you sign a contract. Now, a contract could be for any job. Once you sign your W-2s and you sign your paperwork and stuff, you just sign a contract that says I'm gonna abide by certain rules and regulations within this company. Now you are representing the NBA. You're representing the NFL. Right. I work in the school system. I'm a representation of the school I work for. Okay, I work with. So I can't be out here doing clownish, foolish stuff because now that's gonna go back and make the school look bad. That's gonna mess up my money. So you got to think of the bigger picture. I understand, everybody want to look cool. Everybody want to be cool. The coolest thing you could do is just be yourself. Right. All right. You ain't got to be nobody else. Like, I mean, I don't get the understand that if I got to go out and carry a weapon when I go party, I shouldn't be at that party. That's not the place I need to be at. Okay. Right. If I'm in a position now, I know these athletes, they high end, they got a lot of bread. If you feel that you need to have security or you need to be secure when you go out, listen, high security. I'm pretty sure your organization, if you tell your organization, hey, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, the organization is going to look out for their best interest. They're invested in you.
Their investment, right?
They're going to protect you. They're going to provide a safe environment.
And here's the thing too, right? We also tend to want to pick and choose, right? Certain instances are okay, certain are not. So as you just specified, right? I'm at a certain stature. I'm going to this event, this whatever. You hire security, right? If you feel you need protection, okay? So I'm going to give out two names of two high entity individuals, right? That we've got the utmost respect for, but I guarantee you, we all know they're taking the proper measures to make sure nothing is going to mess up my investment or what I become in life, right?
Absolutely.
Mr. 50 Curtis Jackson.
Yep.
And Mr. Floyd Mayweather, right?
Yep.
That's just two that I named that we know are very big in the entertainment industry, very well off, very established, very successful. But be quick to let you know, I got security with me. You go ahead and try and run up and do whatever you want to do. You got to face these 6 big motherfuckers right here first before you even get close to me. Right? And that's cool, right? So why do we not take a page out of those books, right? Of those people that are doing it the right way. Not to say they don't have anything they may have done wrong at a certain point. For anyone that knows 50's story, we all know. But eventually you have to come out of that. You cannot be that.
Yep.
You can't be that and successful. It's not going to work. It's just, that's not, you didn't work so hard to get out of the hood mentality to go back to the hood mentality. That makes no sense.
I was just about to say that too. You can't take everybody everywhere. Okay.
Right. Go with you.
People tend to forget that.
Your success is for you. You worked hard at it. Other people didn't work hard at it.
We're going to set that up.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you sacrifice the hours in the gym. You sacrifice, your time, your effort, your energy, right? If your friend didn't sacrifice that or your associate didn't sacrifice that time, how they say you wasn't with me shooting in the gym? So why you get to celebrate with me? Why do I feel like I need to come back now? I know survivor's remorse is a real thing. You feel like, okay, cool, I got out of this predicament. I feel kind of bad because I left some people behind. I'm gonna be real with you. You don't have to go back.
Yeah, everybody don't have to have an entourage and all that bullshit.
You can set up a clothing drive. You can set up a foundation where you can take care of your community, but you don't have to be in the community. You could put people in certain positions within that community to run an after school community center or something, a food truck business or whatever the case may be. You can still provide for the community while you still doing your thing elsewhere. Because other places you go, jealousy is real. There's some people that's gonna want to hang around you just to bring you down because they're gonna feel like, well, why he think he better? Why does she think she better than who I am? We both from the same spot. That crab in the barrel mentality is real. So some people you may have in your corner may not be giving you the best sound advice.
And here's the thing about that, right? Because for the longest time, I also utilized that analogy whenever we speak of the Black community, right? We say the crab in the barrel mentality, right? Because the visual looks like I'm pulling you down so I can climb up. But in retrospect, if you really pay attention to it, they're not pulling down so I can climb up. It's I'm pulling on top of you to then be the next level so you can pull back and go on top of me and do that, right? So that even though we get that too, we need to reverse that mindset of what that actually means. And there was one ceremony I was watching. It was with Tyler Perry, right? And he made this statement. He said, you got to start putting yourself in position to realize this thing. When you're on an elevation to success or you're growing or you're going somewhere, right? You know, we tend to think we have to bring the people that we've known forever with us because we're the key to whatever it is, right? But he said, you got to pay attention because some people were only there for a particular time in your life, right? That season of your life. He said, you got to think of it in terms of a rocket. And that rocket goes off and it goes into orbit. And when it hits a certain level,
certain turbines
fall off for you to now be able to float to your next destination, right? You got to think of it as when I'm at that point, there's going to be a point in time where some of these things are going to have to fall off. Your way of thinking, some of the habits you've done, the people you know. If they're only there to just hang on to where you're going with no value to that, visualize them as those propellers that's going to eventually fall off because it's going to hold you back from really ascending to where you need to go. The goal is to make it out, not to go back. And the ones that choose to stay there, that was their choice to do that because they also had the same choice to go and do what they needed to do to also get out. So if I look like a square or whatever you want to label me as because I chose to better myself, then I'd rather be that.
Call me L7.
than to be the same for the rest of my life going nowhere.
I feel like I'd rather have 2 or 3 solid people in my life than 10 plus. Like, what do I need with all of y'all? Like, I used to think, oh, I needed mad friends. Like, oh, like you was a good person. You had so many friends or whatever it is like that. And then I got to a point where it was like, I don't care if I have any friends. And then I had certain people tell me like, but you need to care. You should care. And I came to a point where I was like, okay, I do need to, because everybody needs somebody, but I don't care to just have anybody as my friend, because if you're an effed up person, you're a horrible friend to me. And it's like, it's not right. It's less is more. It's not about, oh yeah, we text every day or whatever like that. I need to see how you react to my ugly, like when I'm falling apart. I need to see how you react when I don't speak to you every day and you don't feel no type of way. You feel no way about it. Like, oh, I didn't speak to you. Oh, you don't fuck with me. No, we're adults. We all got shit to do in our lives. I need to see how it is when, why is it that you only call me when you're going through something and to unleash all your drama and your
trauma dump. I don't need that.
All of this on me now. Don't get me wrong. I'm a good friend. You could call me any time of the night. I'll listen. I've never been that person. But is this only when we gonna speak? And then you never ask me how I'm doing. How am I mentally prepared to receive whatever it is the fuck you about to whatever it is that you about to see?
Yo, but too much crazy.
And see, that's the thing. No, because Fatima, like, it's never been oh, we gotta talk every day. Oh, I gotta FaceTime her every day. I cannot speak to Fatima for weeks. We'll converse and things like that, send each other memes and kiki on social media or even through text, but probably once or twice out the month we'll have a phone call, like a FaceTime, and be on the phone for hours, and nothing's wrong.
That's real friendship.
And nothing's wrong. It's like the same as if I speak to her all the time. So before you unleash all your shit on me, did you check to see if I was mentally prepared for all of that? I could have had a psychotic fucking meltdown. Did you check on me?
Right.
Hey, like how we, cause like I got a homegirl who she tests the temperature. And she said something, she was going through something or whatever. And I'm like, why didn't you say anything? She was like, because I didn't know if y'all was mentally prepared to handle my bullshit. And I'm like, I respect you for saying that, because I had somebody who never cared. I didn't speak to this girl except for when she had a problem. That girl never checked on me when I had issues. Nothing. Health, nothing. Not once. So it's like, yeah, now I gotta fall back from you because you really don't give a shit about me.
Yep. Right. And that's dope, because just like you were speaking, how you and Fatima, y'all don't have to speak every day. Y'all ain't gotta speak all the time. I had a good friend, my good brother, he lived down in Wilmington, right? I haven't seen my Brody in maybe about 2-3 years, right? So I mean, we text, we talk and stuff like that. But I shared with him some information. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be up there tomorrow." And when I say my bro came up here, packed up the whole family, pulled up and was like, "Yeah, I just see the Brody. I want to see the whole family and stuff like that." That's genuine. And it was like we were just talking or saw each other yesterday, the day before, and we was all cutting up and stuff like that. And that's a true definition of brotherhood. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, it's like
the team was crazy.
Like if you don't have people in your life who celebrate your victories, like it's their victory, you don't need them. You don't need them. Like
you gotta pay attention to that. I said this to one of my friends the other day. I was like, obviously a lot of people will utilize social media as an outlet, for certain things, whether they can't talk to somebody or they have no one to talk to. So they'll turn to social media. I can post whatever, I can say whatever, and then, just, mentally be prepared for the response that you're going to get. But I said, but if it's a bunch of people that right, and you post some real sensitive things that are going on in your life, whether it's wins or whether it's losses to you, right? Pay attention to the ones that's going to hit your phone when you post that. Yep. Or also pay attention to the ones that are just commenting on the sea of responses that you're getting from whatever it is that you're talking about. I said because of that, I made a point to myself that I reach out personally now, because I felt like I was becoming victim to that as well. So if it's a birthday, if it's something you celebrating, I'm texting or I'm gonna call you, even if it's a 3-second conversation. I need to reach out to you personally because I genuinely care about the happiness you're either sharing or whatever it is that you might be going through that I can help out with. I'm direct line to you, opposed to just kind of being in the sea of the replies that's going on. And that's where you kind of need to filter who's really here for me and who's not. Like there be certain people that want to come on there and say some great shit just because they know they're about to get 50 likes behind what they just said, right? And seek that kind of attention. So pay attention to that. But again, we're emphasizing and not the conversation is not tailing off to that, but we're emphasizing the importance of having the right people around you. Because again, when you go back to the job situation, how many people that was in that club with him say, "Yo, why are you bringing a gun in here?" Or "Yo, why are you jumping on live flashing that gun?"
Yeah.
You do know you're putting your livelihood at risk and what you built and all this time you done put in. You do know in an instance, this goes viral, this could come back in a negative way and you lose all of that.
Like,
right?
what are you doing?
Where
you know what's crazy?
People saying that?
When these people, these athletes and entertainers and other people get to a certain level, you're not only taking care of yourself, but you're providing a livelihood for everybody else that you're taking care of. So now you're doing that, you jeopardize, like you might have been sending somebody to school. You might have been putting one of your cousins through school, but now since you did that, you can't, the money's slowing up. So now you can't help them get the education that they need.
You might have finally been helping your mom.
You know?
And then watch how those people tailor back once that bag stops. Right? I'm not the cash cow no more. How many of those same people are still going to be there? That brought up another point that they spoke about when it came to him they tried to emphasize and point the finger to his father, right? Because we all see T. Morrell out there, half court, cheering his son on, every situation, he's always there. They're asking, are you too busy now being his friend because Ja's the breadwinner, right? Or are you forgetting the fact that you're still his father? He's still young enough that he may still need some guidance on there.
Yeah.
Is that the wrong approach to that, to ask that kind of question? Because then you got people that will say, hey, he's a grown-ass man, mid-20s or whatever the case may be. He got to be able to handle, certain instances because he's also a father of someone. So at what point does he take accountability and ownership for that? But are we still able to put the blame on his father to say, but now you're so busy living the life that he's now presented you guys that you're forgetting the importance of keeping him grounded?
Like, I'm not a parent, so excuse me for like what I made like say, but I just feel like, I just think about like how I want to be as a parent. I feel like no matter how old my kid is, you're never too old for me to guide you. You're never too old for me to be there for you. Like, yeah, I don't gotta baby you through everything, but you're my child. I'm a parent to the day they put me 6 feet under, and even then.
Yep, I'm still gonna look. I'm gonna look at you from the other side. I'm still gonna guide
you.
So it's like,
you heard that? You heard that fire she had with my child?
I heard it.
I'm just saying.
It was heat off the chest.
So even then, I feel like because it's something about like when a black parent turns their child into a goddamn tenant when they hit 18.
Oh, I hate that.
Working.
I hate that.
I just feel like you're my baby. As long as you're doing something with your life, you're gonna forever have a place to call home. I don't give a damn. As long as you're not being no bum or no loser or anything. It's like you're not leaving at 18 because you're still a child.
Yep.
Niggas are struggling in their 30s while they still, working and doing like what they need to do. It's not easy. And I feel like parents, especially, you raise your kid is up there, and you know what it's like to be an adult and have a kid. So you of all people should know it's not easy. So why try to send your kid to fly at 18 knowing the wing is still a little broken? What are you doing?
Wait, you want your child to fly at 18, but for the past 17 years, you didn't teach them how to fly. You didn't prepare them.
Yeah, you didn't even prepare me.
You didn't even guide them.
You just saying stuff, telling me what to do instead of like literally, I can't even explain the word, but I just feel like it's never too like, yeah, we could be friends. I feel like if I ever, not just young,
yo,
Tina, we missed you.
We missed you. I swear to God. I swear to God.
But I just feel like if I was to ever have a kid and they got to that celebrity point or whatever, of course I don't expect it, but it's just like it's only right, especially if I was the parent that you needed, and I'm not trying to ride your coattail and after not being there for you. So yeah, like you might look out for me, whatever it is like that, but I'm still going, like, I'm going to be your cheerleader, and I'm also going to be your mother. I'm going to let you know you're bugging out.
You're wilding, sit down, you're bugging.
And I'm going to be your sis. Like, what's up? But it's going to be a barrier. It's going to be a turn off. Like,
I tell my son all the time, depending on the situation as you grow up, I'm either going to stand in front of you to protect you, I'm going to stand next to you to walk with you, or I'm going to stand behind you. But either way, I got you.
I got you.
You're never alone.
Angles. That's it.
All right. So right now, like I tell my son, right now you're in a position to where I'm kind of walking next to you, but you're about 2 steps ahead of me. All right. Because you have to explore, you have to figure out life. But understand, you're still like, he's only 19. I mean, he's only 18. You don't know nothing. You don't know nothing just yet. You know something because I prepared you, but you don't know enough to make it out there on your own.
Yeah.
Come holler at me. I'll disclose I'm 42 years old. I will still call my mama, Ma, what you think about that, Ma? I need your wisdom. I need your guidance.
I still ask my mother to read certain Ma, what you put on the W for? The I-9. I'm still like, but Ma, where my birth certificate? Like, it gets to that point sometimes.
And a good parent will always hold you down. As long as you're moving in the right direction and you got parents who, even when you're not doing right, they'll still hold you down.
crazy thing, a good parent is expecting those calls from you.
Right. And I just hate that it's mostly, because shout out to the Black parents that really hold that. Like, I don't even want to look at it as like when I was young, I used to look at, oh, yo, she's spoiled. She don't get nothing on her. Her mother does everything. Of course he gonna get that. Or of course he gonna, because them, they don't do anything for themselves. So yes, I respect the kids that don't have that mother that's gonna hold them down. But I no longer look at it like spoiled, because I feel like that's what a parent, regardless if you working, doing what you need to do, if your parent want to reward you for being a good, for trying to get there on your own or get there halfway, so what?
Right.
I hate that it's mainly in the Black community that happens when you turn 18. Give me the right. When you got to get out and get a job, or you can't stay here. Like, I hate that, because you don't see people from the Indian culture kicking their kids out.
You know what they do 9 times out of 10? They tell their child, if they're not already working or have something established, they honestly tell them, go live your life right now, travel, because you're not going to get this time back when you jump into the full-time workforce.
I wish I was told shit like that.
I'll be real with you. I was blessed. I was fortunate in my 20s. Me and my friends we was able to travel a lot. We was able to just jump in the car, drive down south, drive over here, drive over there, and our parents gave us the freedom. We had our 9 to 5s, but we young, so we gonna take time off over here, while out, have fun. My mother didn't beat me in the head. Yo, you got to give me $300 for rent. You got to pay the light bill. No,
like, why not tenant? I still got milk on my tongue. Like, what do you do?
I will tell you this though. My mother did, as grown up, she did take a little PC out my check, but that was just to teach me how to save. So those days when I blew that money, when I blew that little piece of that paycheck I had, I'm like, Mom, I need money. She's like, yeah, remember when I took XYZ from you here?
It was from that.
And she's like, I'm not giving you my money. I'm giving you your money back. I just saved it for you. So this way you know how to move properly. Now, as an adult, I know how to put something away, and I know how to move righteously. So again, like we were saying earlier, parents, stop being a friend. Be their parent. Teach them what you didn't know at that age. And that's the only way your children are going to get better. Guide them. If you know your son or your daughter or your child is a 4-star athlete, 5-star athlete, so that means you've been cultivating a certain lifestyle for them. That means you still got to stay on top of their head. So now when people are sitting here talking about, oh, you the best, you this, you that, you got to sit there and remember. Listen, I remember when you couldn't dribble with your left hand. I remember when you humble yourself, relax, take it easy, okay? Move righteously, because now you're setting up generational success.
I think the faults to a lot of this conversation and what we've been seeing also tailors back to the identity of what family means is not what family meant back in the day, right? Because if you look at the era now where we are the parents now, right? You have our parents being the grandparents. You got our grandmothers being the great grandparents, right? And somewhere we're losing the dynamic of what that means, right? Don't call me a grandma, right? Because that connotation means you're old, or it puts a negative spin on it.
Like you could say Nana, Mimi, things like that with the grandma.
But we got to get out of the mindset of saying, I raised my kids. Now it's my turn to live. And I get it. I'm not pointing a finger at that, but that's not the way that should go, right? Because at one point you were the child, then you were the young adult. You was asking moms to babysit. Right. But you were doing your thing at that time. And it's not like a structure where I get to party here, I get to parent here, and then I get to go back to like that breakdown just sounds wild to me. Wow. Like nobody's saying you can't have a life. Nobody's saying don't enjoy your life. Again, many people have struggled even when they were parents. And now when your kid is of age, you're like, all right, finally, I ain't got to worry about this no more. But you got to understand, you still built this family. So that title of mom, dad, grandma, that doesn't go away just because those kids are now older and, should be able to handle some things for themselves. Because in certain instances, they cannot, right? Were those lessons instilled in them early to say, hey, don't have kids early because this is X, Y, and Z, what's going to happen? There's a lot of things that you're unable to really prepare them for because they're only going to learn that from life's experiences. But it don't mean just because you're at this age now, I had to figure it out, so now you figure it out. That's not how that's supposed to work.
That-
because my struggle
That is toxic.
should not now be your struggle. That's
Say
the
that again?
wrong mindset.
That is
have.
toxic with a capital T.
There was
Like
this
that.
thing. It was this thing on TikTok. They was advertising a new way for girls to get their hair washed for the ones that's tender-headed and scream when they get under the water, and you know, like they don't like it. So it was like, all right, parents, they should make them, because you know, you got some little girls or even little boys, they feel like they drowning if they got to put their head first down in the sink, like they get terrified. So they was like, this is a simpler way. If you have this certain setup in your kitchen or whatever, lay them this way. It's a set that goes like right behind their head, and the hair.
I think I saw that. Yeah.
Yo, the comments from Black women were disgusting. Nah, mine gotta suffer the same way I did. I had to cry. They gonna cry too. Why?
Why would you want to put your child through that trauma? You know it hurts you.
Is when you have a kid is to right whatever wrongs that you had done to you. Your kid is not supposed to feel everything you felt. Yes, it's life. They're gonna get scrapes and bruises on the way, but your whole thing is to want to protect them from as much as possible as you can.
Put that in perspective. Did you have this child to watch them struggle? Did you have this child to have them go through the negativity that the world presents sometimes? As a child, you're gonna tell me if I have an easier way to then wash my daughter's hair or make it easier for the both of us, right? Because I don't have to sit there and keep saying, keep your head up, keep it this way, keep it that way, right? This helps us both out. But you're gonna say, no, she has to struggle. So you brought your child here to struggle. That makes what?
But Tima, just like you just said, something is necessary for them to go through. Like I just said, your kid is gonna get scrapes.
Oh, they're gonna get they're gonna go through. Yep.
But your job is to protect them from as much as possible as you can. You can't protect them from everything.
You want to know when I had one of my proud dad moments?
That was so evil. That was mean.
If y'all know, I grew up in the Bland Projects, Flushing, Queens. Stand up, stand strong. That's where we from. You know, holding fought down. So I know what it was to grow up in the hood. Not the hood that's out here now. I'm talking about the hood in the 80s. I'm an 80s baby, born in the 80s, raised in the 90s. Full
disclosure, real quick. When I was young, whenever my mother said she was going to Flushing, I used to think it was just like a bunch of toilets.
Oh, you threw us under the bus. All right, I'm gonna let you get your jab back because we was coming at you earlier. All right, you got it.
I was a slow kid. I'm just saying.
But so then after that, I moved to Jamaica, Queens, right?
Like, just wait. Just give me a minute.
It wasn't a jab. It's just what I thought.
Oh, man. Run through it, D-Dollar, because she's throwing us under the bus.
Wait. I got one more. Okay, now go ahead.
Y'all. I was 7. I literally thought it was toilet.
Just for that, next week, stay tuned. I am putting up the video of Dom on her praise and worship singing. Stay tuned. Not the older Dom that got better. I'm talking about the one I got. But go
ahead. Young Dom before she spelled it with the E. She just put D-I-M.
Yeah, now that video was bad. I was so but keep going.
I'm gonna show y'all Dominique without the underscores.
But so I lived over there by American, I lived off American Baisley and stuff like that. I used to be on there, Guy Brewer and Baisley and stuff. And it wasn't until recently that my son said, "Dad, I didn't know we was in the hood. I said, "Yeah, son, we was in the hood. American Baisley, American American Baisley, we was out there. Guy Brewer and Baisley. We was out there. So that puts you in a perspective of how you show your kids, what you teach your kids. Even your environment can be a little negative, but if you don't possess that negative state of mind, if you make sure you take them and show them other places, they might not even realize that the community that they live in is impoverished. Okay, so I want to let you know right now, being poverty is a mentality. Okay, it's not, doesn't have nothing to do about your financial gains, because we all struggle. Right. I don't care where you at. If you have a poverty state of mind, then you're broke. Okay, you can have $0 in your pocket, but if you got $1 million ideas and a strong work ethic, you can get anything done. You can make shit happen. All right.
Right.
Yeah.
So again, it's just a matter of perspective of how you look at things.
Yeah, my friend, her daughter wanted to like, she told her daughter like, oh, you could pick like 3-4 of your friends. They could come over. Y'all could do like a sip and paint, whatever like that. So she went to school, invited her friends, and a few said yeah. One of them came back and said, my mom said I can't go because you live in the projects. The little girl, my friend daughter, came back to her and was like, Mom, what's the projects? She didn't even know she lived in the projects. She had no idea. So it's like, little girl,
your friend's mom.
So it's like, little girl, how do you know? And it come to find out, that little motherfucker live in the projects.
Wow.
Her mother.
But see, that's the crazy thing for me, and I speak about this. I speak about this a lot, right? Because we all know what it's like growing up in the hood, right? Shout out Astoria Projects, right? Shout out Ravenswood, shout out Queensbridge, shout out the Bland Projects, Promenade. Like we know some of the Brooklyn, we like 40 P's, you know, the red houses, pink house, like we know all that, right? My thing was always we understand why these buildings and these areas were created, right? We got that. But that's just the structure of what they did to confine a certain group of people in a specific area. The way your house looks, the way your building looks, the way your grounds look around has nothing to do with the fact that they label this the project, because you still can take care of it and it can look like the fucking Four Seasons. So my whole thing is, and again, this is not me on the milk crate. They can hire Mike because I done did some shit there too. You know, I done did my contributions to making it look like crap. But over time, you eventually stand back and look like it, be like, yo, but the reason it looks this way is because this is what we did, not what they did. Right?
And if your crib look trash, talk to your mom. And 9 times out of 10, if your mom's is dirty, you're going to be dirty when you get older.
I can tell you right now, we done been to many of cribs, right?
Hey.
For the little girl that you're talking about that was like, my mom said I can't come to you live in the project, right? My grandmother's crib, right? Plenty of cribs that I've been to. You walk in that project building and you think, all right, this is where y'all live. You walk in that crib, be like,
this is where y'all live.
Like y'all niggas living in shit?
Right.
You walk in the crib, it's looking like black excellence.
Right. You gotta think. Like, I got people that's in the building, like, yo, Christmas time is coming. Valentine's Day is coming, Thanksgiving. Yeah, let's go out in the hallway and let's decorate the hallway.
Building.
There's people that care about that and will make it look presentable. There's people that'll come out in the hallway and sweep up. There are people that be out front picking up the trash. Like, that's how you make your community look like something, opposed to y'all just saying, well, it's the project. This is how they expect us to live. They put new courts in the projects to make it look
break them and shit.
We rip the neck down, right? We graffiti everything. We don't, like, why are we doing that? Who put that in your mind that is the way to live? And it's really not. Like, I don't get it. Like, you need to start taking care of your own shit, and maybe it will look like something where we don't have to worry about that little girl talking about, I can't come because my mom said you live in a project. What's wrong with that?
Word.
That's just where I live. What?
That's where I live. That doesn't define who I am.
You know, any friend that ever came to my house, they're gonna tell you gonna smell every cleaning, everything from the time you walk in.
And this is why we emphasize so much importance of Jay, what we do with respect to Journey, what y'all do in your day-to-day jobs. My son and my daughter played for Parks and Recreations, right? For the basketball league for the winter that just passed. My son plays at a community center that was redone by Grant Hill, professional basketball player Grant Hill.
Yeah.
His community center is right a few blocks away from NCCU, right? A prestigious HBCU college out here in North Carolina. When he comes out of that fucking community center, right across the street, there's a bunch of people over there shooting dope. We seen somebody ODing coming out of his practice one night. We see a bunch of people that sleep homeless in the bus stop, right? A few blocks down the corner, they're doing dumpster fires, and there's a crowd of people that's doing drugs or whatever in the middle of the street. just doing whatever, right? Because they strung out on that shit. And I'm looking at it like this door is where you got the future kids coming out of to feel protected and have something positive to do. And they walking out this door and they seeing somebody slumped over for dope right across the street. But again, I'm not blaming the government for that. I'm not blaming the white man for that. I'm not blaming anybody against the black community for that. That is us doing that to ourselves. So that mentality starts with what's being taught at home from the parents and passed on generation, and what you're training your kids to do. 21 don't mean it's time for you to go. 21 means now it's time for me to start teaching you what you're going to expect for the next 10, 20 years.
Listen,
right? And when I think you got it,
it's me telling you what to
and when I think you got it, then it may be time for you to go. Because you're gonna get a girl, you're gonna get a boyfriend, you might have a family. So at some point, you're gonna have to go.
Expect for you to come back sometimes.
Right. If you got a question about something that went wrong,
come on back.
Come on back.
Holla at me.
I can let you know what's up, so we can get you back on track. That is the way it's supposed to go. It's not you 21, you 22 now. It's time for you to go because I got to go live my life. Nah, because you also was a child and a teenager and a young adult, and you had that time to go party. That party shit is a wrap.
I'm here to see you succeed.
Party now. What you talking about?
Like I rather like a parent say, you know, like, all right, I raised my kid. I want to travel. I want to do things that I couldn't do because I was raising my kids. But don't completely just try to shut your kid out from the world. Like, I mean, from yourself and things like that. Like that is just not it. But a lot of things that, like how you said, it's like what we do, especially due to our own people. When I was working for the shelter, deep, like when I say so far in Brooklyn on the L line, that was a very dangerous area. Like a lot of people didn't even want to work at that specific location.
Now, Fatima, we going to the same day party. It's a wrap for that.
It's a done deal.
The only thing I don't want to see is whoever Mom Dukes is coming home with. That's the only part I don't want to see. Other than that, we at the same event, bro. It's over for that.
But
I might need a ride. I'm riding with you.
I got gas money.
but it was a very dangerous area. Nobody wants to work over there. And you know, the winter, it starts getting darker early. So I didn't get off until like 7, 8 o'clock. And like I mentioned, that was a dangerous area. There was crackheads underneath shooting up dope, things like that. And it was just dangerous. So I mentioned one thing about my safety. I'm like, honestly, I live the furthest. All of y'all live in Brooklyn or y'all drive. I like, can I get a transfer? Can I change my schedule? Anything like that. So somebody who I was not even talking to just so happened to be in the same exact room. She was she was over me, her title or whatever. And I'm talking to the manager. I'm like, you know, like, can we do something? So as he's like about to respond and consider, she was like, I mean, where you live again? Like trying to compare my journey to like her journey. I'm like, but you drive, but I'm also not talking to you. So as the manager is trying to work with me and things like that, he was like, until we can figure it out, unfortunately, you're going to have to work, because we're understaffed. She was like, don't get raped.
Whoa, she didn't say. So
why would that even be?
I'll drive you to the train station or let me help you.
That was the thing. So
woman to woman, let me look out for you, sis. Woman to woman.
So her comment helped me get transferred. However, a couple of weeks later, something happened with her car and she ended up having to take the train. She ended up being robbed.
Karma.
That's that karma.
I'm gonna let you know right now,
Why
family.
would you say that to another black, like?
How you say that? Period.
That is so
like,
traumatic.
Yeah, just period. Like
that right there is a traumatic event for anybody to have to deal with, to go through. They're gonna need years of therapy. They might have it changes their whole life.
It is a dangerous, like things like that do happen over there.
Why would you want to put that on somebody? That's
so
fast.
You just gonna because you mad that I'm trying to like help myself and go like, you know, and be safer. You have a car. You're not in harm's way. So excuse me for trying to help myself out. And I'm like, it's just the things we say and do to each other. It's just like, bro.
But look at how she spoke that karma to life.
I said, look how I said they was like,
it helped you get transferred.
And she got wrong. I said, ain't God good? Because what do you want me to say? I couldn't feel bad.
Right.
Because you was practically, by you putting that out into the universe, you was hoping that I got that.
Man, people, choose your words wisely. It's called spelling for a reason. You casting a spell. Don't be saying things that you don't want done to yourself.
Life and death lies in the tongue.
Man.
Nuts.
Well, I know this is a combo that we definitely not going to allow to die down. There's a lot that needs to be redone mentally with a lot of people, with a lot of the framework of how we've been thinking and how we move forward, because the kids right now of this new generation are in danger. Me and Jay, we was talking about something offline before we started. That'll be a whole nother episode to really discuss what the children are facing going forward and how much worse it's going to get, and how important it is for us to really band together like Voltron and come together on some Captain Planet type shit, because it's gonna be bad out here. It's gonna be bad out here for the things that are coming, the things that we seeing starting to change right now within the world, and we are gonna be set up to fail. And if we just let it be what it's gonna be, we might as well lay down and just die right now and just let it go and just give up.
Only one that can save us is us.
It's fearful right now. I got me a fucking soon to be 12-year-old, a 6-year-old, a soon to be 3-year-old, and it's like they've got many years before they're well on their own. What am I doing? What is my wife doing that we're prepping them? Because no one else can do that. I don't care what's going on, and it's no knock on teachers, it's no knock on anything of that nature, but we're not leaving it up to them to prepare our children for what's coming, because some of their situations is not going to be your situation. It's not our situation. Everybody don't have the same advantages, same opportunity, but you still have the same chance.
Right.
Let's let that be established as well.
Just do your part. Don't try to let the internet raise your kid. Don't try to let other family members raise your kid. Right. Don't try to let the schools raise your kid. I'm
be transparent. I'm one of those parents. These kids is loud. Just give them the iPad. Go in the corner. Go to shut up. Right?
Yeah, but you're a parent.
And while I'm doing that, I gotta realize, wait a minute. But then I'm like, okay, as long as they're quiet, but what is she watching? What is he watching? What are they paying attention to?
See, at least you're thinking that. Some parents.
And this is just the other day, where I'm like, 20 minute cap on the iPad. Choose wisely. If you wake up in the morning and we got a little bit of time before we leave, and you say, hey, let me watch the iPad, okay. But just know that 10 minutes is now subtracted from your 10 minutes later. When you get back home, you got 10 for the day, and it's a wrap after that. It. Like I have to still realize that. So I'm not just pointing fingers and saying let me sound like I know what I'm talking about. I'm experiencing it too. There's things I need to change and understand my part in what's going on later with the kids that we work on with the team. There's no knock on whatever may be going on at home, but it's gonna be on our job that when they're in our care, we got to emphasize this shit too. They may not be hearing it from there, but they're gonna hear it from us. Because somebody got to care enough, because they're leading to they're leading to a dead end.
And to speak of the importance of what we do in Coach Rel, what we do with the kids and stuff like that. Right now, most of our kids, if not all of our kids, play on different teams, right? But the beautiful part about the groundwork that me and B Dollar and Coach Rel put in, they still hit us up when they have victories. They still hit us up to
it's like your impact.
I mean, and just to tell us two things. One, I wouldn't have been able to achieve this without you guys in my ear. Two, I want to share my joy with y'all because I genuinely know y'all are invested in my well-being. Whether I'm playing on team over here or I'm with Team Journey, y'all love me regardless. And that's something kids need to feel. They need to feel that they're loved. They need to feel like they can come and talk to you about anything and everything, you know, that's on it, that's troubling them. Because if they don't get the information and the knowledge from us, they're gonna get it from their knucklehead friends who don't know any better.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Here's an APB out there for all the kids that's been with us, all the kids that will beat us. Whenever you see B Dollar get like irate and mad, just know because I care. That's how I'm showing you I'm invested.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I didn't care, I'm not going to show you no emotion. Go do whatever you want to do. Have a nice day. But if I'm going to talk to you day after day, show you any kind of energy, and it seems like, yo, this nigga crazy. That's because I want to make sure that what the message that's being delivered to you is getting delivered and received the way it should. And just know that it's coming from a place to set you right. Because we're not going to tell you nothing wrong. And if it's wrong, we're going to say, yo, my bad on that. Actually, it's supposed to be this. We had this conversation before on the show. Let the little dudes do what they do. It's not hating. That's the wrong mindset. If I'm gonna say something to you, it's because you're doing it wrong. And I'm here to tell you it's wrong, but I'm also gonna tell you how to do it right. It's not to point the finger at you. I'm extending my hand for you to grab mine and say, nah, we gotta go this way.
Yep.
We can't leave them. We can't leave them by themselves. We cannot. Because then John Morant goes on live and flashes the gun. Homie says, yeah, let's go drag race and drink. Now 2 people are dead. You could be losing your chance at the NFL of changing your life. You could be losing everything you just built. You just got a new sneaker deal. You just got a Powerade sponsorship. Like flashing that gun right there. And there's no point at whatever he may be going through too. So I'm not gonna shy away from that because it could have been something that led him to that, right? But where are the voices in his ear to say there's another way to express or get out whatever's going on with you because you got too much to lose in one 24-hour period? Your whole life is could be done. What if you get hurt and can never play again? Right? Like you don't know. You got to think about that. But where are the people telling them that? And it's not to say that they're not, but if they were, I doubt that video happened.
Exactly. Once you get to a certain spot, you need to get that media training. You need to get that camp around you that's going to protect you. That's going to make sure that you moving right. You're doing the righteous thing. I'm going to give a quick shout out to LeBron James because, like I said, we never heard that man in a scandal
ever.
So salute to him.
Both his sons about to be the league soon.
Salute to him and his integrity as a man to say I have to move a certain sort of way. Salute to the camp, his family that he has around him that keeps him level-headed, and salute to the team that he has around him that helps him stay level-headed. Because we remember when this young man was a 18-year-old phenom, okay? When his high school games was getting more press conference than certain NBA games, okay?
Right. On ESPN, never been done.
Exactly. So that means he had the hype, he had everything around him, but yet and still, he didn't make any stupid mistakes that was put in the public eye. So listen, y'all can talk bad, y'all can say whatever you want about that man, but listen, we never seen him in the newspaper doing something crazy.
Right.
But yeah, no. So
Savannah said, "Try me." Word.
Right.
His wife got his back all the way. So
that part. But what you got for us next?
Yo, I mean, are we feeling aggressive right now? Is there anything you need to get off your chest? If it is, we can drop it.
I got it all off just now.
Jay, how you feeling, Jay?
Yeah, I got one thing to say, man.
All right, don't say it yet.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, because I'm black.
Unapologetically black, back on tap. I know we couldn't let the show go without doing this one time for the one time. So this is the part of the show where we had something that's been really irking our nerves, really getting us in a bad way or whatever the case may be, and we got something to say about it. This is the time and now. Y'all heard us speak the whole show. You know, we genuinely get what we want off our chest anyway. We keep it all the way funky on this show. But this one here, changes off. We don't care about who's watching. We're going to say what we're going to say unfiltered. And there's only two things you can do. Listen and like it. And if you got a problem with that, you can take the left cheek and the right cheek and kiss my whole entire ass because I said what I said. Now, Ms. Dom said she pretty much got off her chest what she needs to get off her chest. Unless something comes up, we'll come and double back. But Jay, what's up, brother? What's been irking you the wrong way?
Yo, what's irking me the other ways, the wrong ways that you know how people like to jump on the internet and just make comments just to make comments and talk just to talk. Um, yo, family. I know a lot of people be sitting here talking about I'm not going to Mexico. I ain't never going to Mexico. Fam, you don't leave your borough. You don't leave your block. What you mean you not going to Mexico?
Right.
You don't even travel. You don't even go 3 blocks to the other corner store because you scared of the people over there. What
Nigga
you
ain't
mean
never
you
been to
not going to
Corona.
Mexico? You not going nowhere. Stop it. Like stop doing things that just because it sound cool or it look cool or it might be trending, man. Let's be real. Half of y'all are not going anywhere. So don't be sitting here talking about I ain't going to Mexico. I ain't going over here because they doing such and such. Bruh, you don't even leave your community. Sit your ass down and stop talking shit. That was it. Simple rant.
I still ain't going though. Oh, man,
Exactly. Listen,
they
don't even have their passport. Wait. They don't even have state government. They don't have state ID.
State IDs, right?
You know what I'm saying? Come on, y'all.
Like
Y'all scared to leave the block.
Yeah, I think this is the most interaction we've got from Quana ever on the show. This is groundbreaking right now. This is a cause for a celebration. Everybody.
I told you.
This is legendary. It's a celebration, bitch.
Nah, look, Fatima. But look what you said earlier, though. You said I'm not going back. So that means you already went there. You
tried. You go places.
You shake your bake. You get off the block.
Hey,
I'm talking about the people that stand on their corner all day.
I appreciate whenever I see.
Look, it's up. I'm just saying, you never. You know what I mean? We got some interaction right now. We got the whole package tonight. I'm just saying, we appreciate it.
No, when Fatima put mine, I appreciate. Whenever I see somebody use it correctly, I get so excited because I'm sick of seeing mines. What is that?
It's mine's. It's not yours.
It's mine.
Like, I get excited when it's spelled correctly. Like every time. Like,
tell me you work in education without working at without telling me.
The kids be like, no, because mine's is. I'm like, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is.
Trust me, I'm a stickler for certain things. So when kids say, "Can I use the bathroom?" I always go, "I don't know. Can you?"
I don't know. Me. All the time, I'm like, I don't know. You and tell me.
And one other little kids whisper, "Nah, say, may I use the bathroom?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, you may. Go ahead, man. You said it rightly. Go ahead, do your thing. Handle your business."
Yeah, so I didn't really have anything as far as anything pissing me off this week or in the last few weeks or so. My biggest thing is just emphasizing what we was talking about, throughout the entire show, is the importance of staying on your children, making sure they're doing the right thing. Don't let them fend for themselves. You cannot do that. You're gonna have to see them all the way to the finish line at this point, because if we leave them for a second, the world is going to gobble their ass up.
That's a fact.
I'm telling you that from experiencing it right now.
With no remorse.
Right. So just stay on your kids, man. I don't care how old you are, how much parenting you think you've done. You did not create this family to see it crumble and fall.
Yep.
Keep your family intact. Stay as a unit, stay as a team, because that is the only way we are going to move forward, the only way we are going to make it, the only way we're going to make sure we're good out here, because no one else is going to care. No one else is going to care. That's all I had on that. Model Citizen J, as we coming up to the end, let us know how we taking care of ourselves. Hit us with that affirmation, brother. We just want to feel good before we get out of here.
Yeah, the gym for the week is motivation to get you started, but determination to get you where you got to go. All right. Motivation is only part of the key. That's the spark to get you, you know what I'm saying, to get you up, get you motivated, get you hyped to say, yeah, I want to do this. I want to try this. You're going to be enthusiastic. You're going to be excited. You're going to keep going. But it's when you hit that brick wall, what you're going to do. That's when your determination kicks in. That's when you guys say you got to have that goal inside of you that says, no, I'm not going to fail. I'm going to be successful. I'm going to keep pushing. All right. Determination is where success comes from. All right. Not motivation. Motivation is going to get you up out of bed. But after you get out of bed, are you determined to be successful for the day? Are you determined to be 1% better than what you were yesterday? All right. So family, again, Motivation to get you started, but determination to get you where you got to go. Now, as far as taking care of yourself, I know the past couple of weeks I've been hitting y'all with with the herbs and stuff like that manifest in the body so this way you can be a little bit better, right? So peep game. This week I'm gonna talk about coconut oil pulling. All right. So you take a lot of things people really don't realize. Oral health is also associated with heart health. So if you got bad teeth, you probably have bad heart. And a lot of people don't even realize they're connected. Okay. So something that you could do every morning or at night, whenever you have the opportunity to do, is called coconut oil pulling. So pretty much you just want to start off small. Start off with maybe a teaspoon of coconut oil, put it in your mouth, swish it around for about 15, 20 minutes, right? After you get finished doing that, don't spit it down. Don't put it down. Don't spit into the sink because the oil will clog your drains and stuff like that.
Yeah,
put it into a cup, throw it out the window, throw whatever you got to do. Just don't put it down your drain, all right? Because you will have clogged drains. But coconut oil pulling, it helps with gingivitis. It helps with halitosis, periodontitis. I don't know what that is, but if you got it, it must be something bad. Go check your dentist. You know what I mean?
No, hold on.
But it also helps with tooth decay. Allergy season is coming upon us. It'll help with that with the dry throat because now it's going to put a coating around your throat, around your tonsils and stuff like that. So this way, when the pollen won't be able to stick to your throat. You won't be coughing, sneezing, doing everything else that you got to do. And it also helps with cracked, dry lips. So there's a lot of benefits to oil pulling. I guarantee you. All right, Fatima, this is why we need you around here. Spit it in the garbage. Don't be like me. Listen. Model Citizen J is not all the way polished. I still do ignorant stuff. I will throw it out the window. My bad. I live on the first floor, so it's not gonna hit nobody. But yeah, there's a lot of benefits to oil pulling and stuff like that. You just rinse your mouth out 15, 20 minutes. Like Fatima said, don't be like me, spit into the garbage can. And then after that, you can brush your teeth. Okay. After you brush your teeth, you good money. It'll clean up that bad breath. It'll just help you out a whole lot better. Okay.
Periodontitis is a gum infection that damages your gums and can destroy your jawbone.
So if you got a jacked up jawbone, if you got the black gums, I suggest you start getting the oil pulling and you watch the transformation of your body. So coconut oil is not only good as far as lotion or something to put on top of your skin to coat you to keep you warm, protected, and safe. It is also used for oil pulling, and that will be so beneficial to you guys, yo. So again. Try it, test it out. I do it. It works for me. Hopefully it'll work for you as well. Love is love, y'all.
Like that.
That's what's up. So thank you for that, my brother. I'm trying to figure out what's playing in my ear just that loud. As we get back on regular.
Listen, one of the kids is using their last 10 minutes on the iPad
crazy.
Right now.
Bugging in my ear. Oh man. But yeah, man, thank you for that. Get out there. I think I heard wife get it talking about, I've been doing that oil pulling forever. You be telling me about it, and I'm like, see, coconut oil in the. But yeah,
you better have $1 $1.
That's definitely a thing. But before we get out of here, man, I want to thank everybody for tapping in. Sorry that we have had the last few weeks where we weren't here. I do want to point out next week. Actually, we've already passed the day, but we're going to mark next week as officially dawning the 1 year anniversary of RTJ the Podcast.
Yeah.
So that's 1 year anniversary of us introducing Miss Dom to the team, to the fold. We have not looked back since then. That was a great decision. We stand on it. We're glad we made it. We love having you here. We hope you're all around for the long haul. When we get syndicated somewhere, getting real crazy, real big. I mean, so I want to say, I know I speak on behalf of Model Citizen J, that we thank you for being a part of the team. Hope you are enjoying yourself just as much as we've been enjoying ourselves. But thank everybody that's been in the room, in the chat. We definitely appreciate the interaction with everybody. We can't do this show without us, so we just be talking to ourselves. But even still, we probably still be doing it, and then hope somebody will see it when they see it.
Yeah, no, y'all.
Wait, the team is free. Oh, and RTJ too.
Oh, damn.
No, the comment section, y'all be keeping it flowing. Y'all keep it Y'all say things and it just takes us even further because y'all say things we don't even think about.
Exactly.
So definitely thank you for all your participation.
And
especially Fatima.
Fatima, you ain't got to shout out RTJ because once you shouted out Dom, you shouted out us as well.
Yeah, he shouted Tay. That's it.
Her win is our win. You know what I'm saying? It's a family affair.
Except for when I text her that I need assistance to do this thing. So I'm hoping I'm hearing some news tomorrow, just with acknowledgement that I got it like 7th on the list or something like that. That's
only thing I
7th.
know.
It's before 7th. It's gonna get done. Don't worry.
Look. All I'm at this will help you out, right? Because if you didn't play the song yet, just play the song tonight before you go to sleep. Let it sizzle in your spirit, right? So the creativity juices can start flowing. That's it.
Start flowing.
Don't worry. You know you still good in my book. I just won't book a trip with you because I'm not sleeping in the dungeon.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all for tuning in. It's been real. What's on y'all TVs? What's up?
What's happening here? We know it's Women's Appreciation Month and Women's History Month and all that. She's just trying to take over damn show. Look, right, Fatima? Thank you, Fatima. We broke this up earlier in the show that we now really stand with you and what you were talking about. And you should have heard her earlier trying to convince us.
He texted me that way after my lunch break.
Lord. Oh, lies. The lies. No way after no lunch break. I'm gonna get your call on. Let me see how active you are on there because she complained about my text, but she could do her weekly, daily bathroom picture that she always got up there. Got time for that, but can't even answer.
Because if I go in there and pee, and honestly, I literally take the picture and I bounce. Like I don't be in there because it's like. I was told today, they was like, oh, why weren't you in STEM class?
Got him.
Here she go.
Got you. No, they asked me, why weren't you in STEM today? I'm like, because that wasn't my designated spot. I'm like, but why? They was like, the class went nuts. I'm like, but what was I supposed to do? Even the kids were like, you should have been there. They listened to you. I'm like, I'm not even y'all designated teacher yet. Like, what do you mean? The fact that they thought I could get them in line is crazy to me.
Well, this is why you got the promotion, and you know
exactly. What I mean? They saw the connection and the energy you have with the kids, and was like, yeah, we need her.
That was bonkers. I'm like, they was throwing scissors and shit. What y'all doing?
Oh, wait. They throwing scissors and they wanted you to jump in the mix. Nah, I'm good. I'd have been talking through the door. Y'all better put that down. Stop playing.
Well, if y'all would start giving them recess instead of keeping them locked up in the school during lunch, then they wouldn't be acting crazy.
They do have, but not everybody has. It rotates.
Selective. That's crazy.
So each quarter they is like moves. Like everybody has to get a chance to get something. So my kids they had dance or something first, then it went to arts and crafts. Now they have gym.
This school system is crazy.
Yeah,
it wrong.
Imagine our school era telling us we can't go outside for recess or all that. We would have went outside and said, "What you mean I can't go outside?" We was allowed to leave. We was allowed to leave for lunch. We was allowed to leave for lunch. All that. Like
I'm happy my school didn't do that because you let me leave. I'm not coming back. Like I never even.
See, that's how they got us though, because they would put them real important classes after lunch. So if you ain't there, your ass ain't graduating. So you had to make sure you was there.
But I never even cut school. I just stayed home. I'm like, why y'all cutting? Who leaves their house to go to somebody else's? Like, what are y'all doing?
Nigga, parents that come home early from work, nigga, you can't get caught in the crib.
Stay home. That's it. Stay home.
Oh man. But y'all know how we do before we get out of here. We always leave with a prayer, so that wherever it is, whether it's work, you're heading to sleep, that we can just put your spirit in a good place. So bow your head and join us with us right now.
Yeah, always do this.
Precious, always. That's how I catch you. Precious Heavenly Father, we thank you once again for giving us this opportunity to speak our mind, speak on something that is near and dear to our hearts, something that we really deem to be very important for us to move forward as a society, as a community, and as a culture, Lord Father God. We ask that if we stray off the path just a little bit, that you have the ability to realign us and put us back on track, to ultimately walk into our divine purpose and what you have designed us to be. Each of us was designed individually in different ways, different sizes, different lingo, different looks. But because that's only because you have a particular job set for each and every one of us. We were not made to be the same. We were made to stand out. We were made to be better than the ones before. And we hope that we can even make it better for the ones that are coming after. God, just keep us covered, keep us protected. Never forgive us, never forsake us, as you made a promise to us to see to it that we all fulfill what we were supposed to do, and we will not die before that is done. And you are a God that cannot lie and holds true to your word. I just want to read these two scriptures before we get out of here. If you abide in me, my words abide in you. Ask whatever you wish, and it will be done. Thank you, God, that greater is he who is in me than he who is in the world. Declare this truth over my spirit, soul, and body today. So keep us together. Keep us in one accord. Keep us prayed up. Keep us attached to the Lord Jesus Christ. We know without him, nothing is possible. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. So once again, people, thank you for joining us. Y'all already know what it is.
Oh, the Matrix is matrixing. You hear that right now?
What happened?
Wait, down, you hear that static, right?
I don't hear nothing. Oh, so yeah. I'm looking at Don's face like, well, damn, did I say something crazy?
Nah, listen, I didn't want to make the face because I didn't want to be like I was the only one that heard that.
I don't hear anything. I don't hear anything.
Fatima, you are absolutely right.
Look, Jesus, take the wheel right now.
Take the wheel, take the loving wheel.
I don't got time.
Y'all know, as we say, it's never about the destination. It's always about the journey. And try as they may, they will never be RTJ. See ya.
It's Three the Hard Way. With DJ V Dollar, Miss Dime, and Model Susan J. It's RTJ the Podcast.